We'll kick you off. So I want these ladies to introduce themselves. Gayle, you want to start by telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do for Confluent?
Hi. Oh, it's working. I'm Gayle Padrinao, Partner Program Operations and Partner Journey. That's a very new title for me as well, effective yesterday at Confluent. Confluent is a data streaming platform where we believe that data is the key to unlocking valuable business insights. We actually create technology that makes it easy for businesses to create real-time data pipeline and applications that actually drive real-time and immediate business insights for growth. As partner operations manager, I am tasked to build a cohesive journey because at the end of the day, it's not just the destination, it's the journey, the experience as well for the partners to give them that possibly best experience that they have while they do business with Confluent.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Dinara, you want to talk a little bit about partner experience in your role?
Yes, hello everyone. Good morning again. I'm delighted to be here with you all. My name is Dinara Bakirova. I head up the channel operations function at Lookout. Lookout is a data-centric security company. We provide protection to the mobile endpoint devices and cloud data from cybersecurity threats. It's a very dynamic space, as you can imagine. Just to give you an idea about our channel, and we have over 600 strategic partners, and the numbers are growing daily. So providing the best experience and giving the best tools is one of my remits, and that's why I'm here for.
Well, thank you. Have we resolved the deck issue yet? Because this is going to be an anticlimactic presentation if I can't show you what these portals look like.
Or we can head out to Spur's booth.
Yeah, we could walk outside and see if there's a laptop at our booth and we could show you there. In the meantime, it's dad joke time. No, I'm kidding. Well, so let me see if we can set the table another way. So first off, let me ask you two, what are your thoughts on partner experience and how have your companies evolved through that journey of partner experience?
So for us, it was a long journey. It was a bumpy journey at first, but that's when we realized we needed to improve it, not just for our partners, but also internally for employees. That experience, like yesterday's keynote, it has to be both ways, partners and for us, because one of our taglines is earn customers' love. And how do we earn customers' love? By giving them a very good experience. So, I mean, that's just our tagline. Get done and earn customers' love.
I love it. Tell me a little bit about your experience with partner experience.
Partner experience is at the center of everything we do at Lookout. I strongly believe that the way we do anything is the way we do everything. So, meaning that if we have the best solution in the market for cloud data security, then we have to team it up with the best tools and the processes. But it hasn't always been this way. And I want to share a story how it all started. Are we okay? Yeah. Without slides? I'm fine. Okay, let's go. So when I joined Lookout 2 years ago, there was no channel operation function in place at all. So I had to start from afresh. The very first 30 days, I spent assessing the tools and process and what we had in place. And to my surprise, what I discovered was shocking. So we had 3 systems in place, basically. We had one learning management system, we had another portal for registering deals, and in the middle of all, we had one of the best PRM, mostly used PRM systems in the world, an Excel spreadsheet. So in this Excel spreadsheet, we used to share content with partners via Google Links. Can you imagine what kind of experience we had? And we were 100% channel, right? Channel first, So the concept of providing the best experience started, I guess, 2 years ago. And that's where I teamed up with InPartner, signed the agreement with them, and we started rolling the portal. So we decided to do an MVP. We launched the portal within 6 or 8 weeks. So I had to act quickly. I had to turn things around very fast. And then what happened then? For the next 6 months, we started adding different capabilities and functionalities. And it was good. It was a solid platform, but good was not enough. And that's where we turned to you for help to take us from good to great.
Did you hear that? Good is not enough. I'm going to say it again. Good partner experience is not enough. It has to be beyond that. Amazing, phenomenal. Good is not enough. I love that. Thank you. I know your journey was a little bit different. Do you want to talk about where Confluent started and how that got to where it is today?
So I joined Confluent in 2022, but they've had the partner portal via InPartner since 2019. They've been very consistent, did not change anything since 2019. Even the assets within the partner portal were from 2019. I mean, we had new content, but we never took out the old one. Philosophy-wise, it was like, at least it's there. Let the partner find it, 'cause then they won't have an excuse like, where is it? It's there, just look for it. That was an experience, not like a one-star experience, but at least it's there. So our journey was, let's take a step back, let's look at what we have. And I've been blessed to have worked with companies where I know how a great partner portal looks like. They've also worked with Spur. Spur came highly recommended. Okay, I'm not getting any referral fees, but they do come in highly recommended. So we took a step back. We looked at what the tools can do for us, because a tool is only useful if you actually know how to fully maximize it. We asked the experts what's out there, business industry standard-wise, because what we know may be good for us, but not good enough for the standards of the industry. So we actually asked them for help. They did a portal health check, assessed us where we are in comparison to the industry, and from there worked on a path forward. We are building to scale because we do foresee that our partner ecosystem would increase as we also mature our partner program. So with that, we actually asked Spur help us out with our new partner portal. And the best thing about it too is they also gave us knowledge on how to maintain the partner portal, because you can come out with a brand new experience with the launch of our new partner portal. But if you don't have the knowledge on how to maintain it, you're setting up yourself for a bad experience after a few years or so.
Well, and one thing I remember you telling me in this process was that you guys were pretty close to turning the portal off or like getting rid of your agreement because of where you were at, not with where the technology was at.
That is true. I love you, InPartner, but that is true. We were paying for a lot more of what we were using. That's number one. We weren't really enabled on how to turn on certain things, certain modules that we've been paying for since 2019. And we had Spur help us out in 2023, December. So yeah, we almost did turn InPartner off because of the tools. Like what I said, it's a great tool, but we weren't enabled enough to use it.
Well, and I want to call that out. Now we have the deck. I'm super excited. One thing I want to point out, and we hear this as consultants all the time, like people come to us and say, we need a new platform. And the question I always ask is, why are you asking me that? Is it because you haven't optimized it? Was it a poor implementation? Do you not understand what you can do within it? Because it's not usually the technology, it's usually the people, the process, and the program, and then the platform. So Gayle's experience was exactly that. It was like, well, we're going to walk away from our agreement. Nobody's using it. But all it took was some optimization, and now we're going to tell you the story of how that proceeded. So what I want to get into is that it really is all about partner experience. And that's one of my very favorite topics. And they've given you a little bit of background on how they got here. And I want Dinara to talk about where they started, which is here. Oh, wait, before I get to that, does anybody in this room have a portal that looks like this? So this is a template. It's kind of what you get out of the box within Partner. We have a lot of our customers that come to us with the things that look like what you turn on, set up out of the box. I'm going to say that Partner does a phenomenal job of giving you the tools. As I mentioned before, the baseline is good, but it's just good. It's not great. And what we want to do is get to a great starting point. Because the number one channel myth here is that if you build it, they're going to come. But what we want is them to keep coming. And we also want to make sure that when they come for the very first time, that they want to keep coming back and that they understand the reasons that they need to keep coming back. So it's important that when you launch your portal or when you relaunch your program or you relaunch your portal, that they understand the value that it's going to bring. And Dinara is going to talk a little bit about where it started for Lookout, and this is an example of their starting point when they came to Spur, and how that evolved to what it is today. And we'll show you that in just a second.
Well, as I just mentioned earlier, I had to act quickly, and we rolled it out very quickly. So what you see here on this slide is our homepage. Is anyone brave enough in the audience to give the first impression about this homepage? What do you think? Is it good? Boring. Thank you. Anyone else? I mean, you know where we came from with 3 different tools which were not talking to each other. And when our partners got this, they were already very appreciative. Especially we got some appreciation from German partners. I don't know if some of you worked with Germany, but it's actually worth a lot to get some good feedback from German partners. But you're right, absolutely right. It is boring. So people started to get frustrated over time, and I'm talking about 12 months, right? We launched the portal last March, right? So less than a year, basically. And then we started getting feedback from internal teams, as well as our partner ecosystem saying, we don't really know what we're looking for. You're asking us, what are you looking for today? But we don't know. What is the deal registrations? Okay, that's straightforward. But there was no hierarchy on the homepage. There was nothing exciting. You know, it's just basic 6, what do you call it, like tiles, right? The same color. That's when we understood, when we gathered all this feedback from partners, we understood that we couldn't solve it without some professional help. That's why we turned to you, Raegan, to your company to say, please help us. We want to go from good to great. We want to enhance and elevate this partner experience. We want them, we want partners to be excited about our portal and keep coming back. And on the next slide, you can see what you've done.
Well, I want to point out something. So the starting point, as she mentioned earlier, was a bunch of spreadsheets and links that were sending out. So they went from that. The next experience that we just showed was better than that, but it was good. And now they've taken it to the next level, and they're going to keep innovating off of this too. So talk a little bit about what you did and the impact that it had, and how you took the feedback that you got from your internal teams and from your partners to get to where you are today.
Yeah, so again, when we gathered the feedback, we knew that we needed to act quickly. So I then reached out to partner and to yourself to say, hey, show us what are the companies that can turn things around for us in a better way, but also understanding the needs of our partners, understanding the partner program. And what you see here is our new page, homepage. We launched it in January, at the beginning of our financial year. So and why did we do it? You can see here that with the help of this new homepage, our partners gain easy access to all the elements of our partner program. So we divided this homepage with the hierarchy in mind. So you can see there is a static content, then there is a non-static content, a dynamic content. At the top right corner, you can see there are some icons that change depending on who you are, what kind of partner logs into the portal. So
Segmentation.
segmentation is the key. Thank you very much, Raegan. And we worked with your designers. Also, I involved our internal design team to help out with the look and feel of the branding guidelines, of course. And you can see here, if you're an MSP partner, an MSP represent a very big part of our ecosystem. When they log in, some of the icons are not even available to them at the top, and that's what we like about it. Also, we brought up call to action buttons a bit right into your face, so you know exactly what to do on the homepage. And as a result of this new homepage, our login have increased. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I mean, that's what we want, right? We want partners using the technology that you're putting out there for them. We want to make it simple and easy for them. One-click access. They shouldn't have to go on a hunt to find things. Should be segmented based on their partner selling motion, what they care about, and we can even add in segmentation that the partners can control. So that if you wanted as a partner role, let's say the marketing person wants certain icons for one-click access, they could go into their profile and manage those elements on their homepage. So it's a pretty cool partner experience. And what I think it does is it takes us to that truth of it's build it so that they'll want to come and that they understand why they need to come. And that value proposition for the partner tools that you're using has to be very clear, and it has to be partner-centric. If it's not focused on their business and what they're doing with you, they don't care. And they're just gonna send you an email or a text message and ask you to do the things for them, which is the absolute thing you don't want to have happen and why you're investing in automation and in these tools. You also have to make sure that it's easy and linked and very straightforward and clear. So the tools have to take you into the third-party systems with one click of the mouse so that partners aren't having multiple logins to get into different tools. You might want to offer some programmatical incentives to use the tooling, or make sure that your internal teams are aligned with pushing your partners into the tools versus doing it for them. You've always got to make sure that internal teams understand the value of the tools. So let's move to the next piece. I want to ask you ladies, what does it mean to you to be easy to do business with? Gayle?
Easy to do business with, at least from my perspective, should be self-serve, because you want to give your partners the autonomy, the power, with very limited back and forth communications, because it's all there. It's a one-stop shop. So that, for me, from a partner experience perspective, is easy. Yeah.
I agree with Gayle. It's very similar. Being easy to do business with means having a hassle-free, seamless experience. Partners nowadays have so many choice of vendors, you know. If it's not easy for them, they might drop out. And what we do at Lookout, we make it things easy and simple. If it's simple, make it even simpler. Simplify things, you know, make it targeted for them, make it centric just for them so that they know. For example, in the UK, and I work from the UK office, we have one of the largest carrier, Vodafone. So they have a dedicated page and dedicated portal, even though it's just one portal, right? But it's all dedicated. And I also made an analogy in another session, which they liked, and I want to say to you, if you haven't attended my previous session, is that we compare our portal to a diamond, because it's multifaceted, where every facet has to dazzle wherever you look at it. And then we do it with the making use of segmentation is the key, right? To deliver the same content or different content to different partner types. So that is essential.
Well, and that's the power of the platform, is that you can create an experience for a specific partner pretty quickly with segmentation. If you want to make them feel special in your program, you don't have to pay extra for it. It's just something that's in in the capabilities that you own today. And I love the diamond analogy, and we even have a little icon, a diamond icon.
I know, we're so much in tune with you.
I love it. So let's talk about another channel myth that, one size fits all. So back to that point of really thinking about who your partners are, what they care about. How can you make it multifaceted so that as the partner's looking at it, they really think that it is for them? There's no reason that you can't do it. If you're an partner customer today or you're a future one, you have so many tools in your toolbox with this platform that you should be leveraging it. The key here is to make sure that with segmentation that you're serving up the right things for the right partners. The one thing that will turn your partners off from using your tools is if they come in and they see things that don't apply to them. That will show them that you're tone deaf and you don't understand their business. So I want Gayle to tell me a little bit about what we're seeing on the screen here. Tell us about your current state and how it evolved from where you were.
I wish we were able to show them our before picture. The before partner portal was great for 2019. This is a huge improvement from that. As you can see from our new partner portal, we get the partners engaged. We tell the partner exactly where they are, where they stand, what else they need to progress to the next stage. And it's right there at the bottom too. How do you get to the next stage? You don't need to look for it from a different tab. You don't need to search for it. It's immediately down below the circular kind of marker. Just to take a step back, I'm blessed enough to actually own partner operations, partner help desk. So prior to that, our inbox, we just use Gmail. So first things first is we actually moved to a ticketing system so that we know exactly what are the pain points of the partners. We're all about data-driven solutions and all that. And in addition to that, we actually sent out surveys as well. What is working, what's not working? The list of what's not working. It's very interesting how long it was versus what's not working. So that's the mindset that we have. We need to make the partners happy. So also visibility-wise, prior to this website, we have partner program rules, where you should be, what the requirements are for each program, but we never showed them where it is. So they'll send a help desk hey, how far am I? Or sometimes they'll say, I believe we should be at this tier. They'll talk to their PDMs, our partner development managers. Managers see it on Salesforce, and they'll give out those information. So at least with this new partner portal, we're actually also helping the PDMs because it's a self-serve, one-stop shop. You get your partners engaged, you let them know what they need, and also in addition to that, this is very segmented. Prior to this, we have a one-size-fits-all partner portal. Doesn't matter if you're an SI or it doesn't matter if you're a technology partner, you get the same data. Versus now, based on your partner type, you get to see what is relevant to you. And on the next phase, surprise, surprise, we'll do a partner contact cleanup, whereby we'll now have a deeper role. So if you're in the marketing segment, whatever is featured should be more on marketing-facing assets. Or if you're in technical, it will all give you that customized feel. And the way we look at it is like a passive income. You invest in it now, and you'll rest easier later, I believe. And you'll get the partners so engaged that they'll just do business for you. It just makes it easier for everyone else. And actually, this website has helped us as well internally speed up, streamline, simplify our process because it's a one-stop shop and everything is within the partner's grab. If they need information, it's right there. We don't need to actually handhold them or spoon feed them. It's all there. So.
How many in this room have some sort of tiering or requirement structure as part of their program? I'd be surprised if not everybody's hand goes up, right? How many in this room make it very clear and easy and up to date in real time for partners to see where they're at with all those stats? So the number of hands going up is a very, very small number. So what's happening, that means that partners have to go searching or ask questions, or they don't know what the next best action is. And what this does for the Confluent partners is it puts it right in front of their face. It tells them exactly where they are in the program and where they turn the knobs, right? So they can register a deal to drive up their ACV. They can go get certified. It's going to take them right out to the training section that they need to accomplish that task. And they know that they've done their business plan, and it checks that off and puts them on that journey. So be thinking about ways that you can make it easier, one, for your partners to understand where they are, but also, as Gayle mentioned, for your internal teams. Because the last thing you need is your partner account managers going and looking up data to tell partners where they are, when they can be taking that same time and focusing in on more revenue generating activities with their partners. Take the manual work off, right? Preach, woo! Take the manual work off of those people. Let's focus on the things that are going to drive the needle and help everybody drive more revenue. Thank you for that.
And actually, if I may add, so what you're seeing is for the higher tier. If you click on the next, like for example, Elite, right, which is the next tier, and you're just at the lower level right now, it will actually show you what else you can get. Because from our perspective, incentives doesn't just mean giving them MDF credits or giving them business investment funds, but also more functionality within the partner portal to help them succeed. So if you're just at a registered tier, you may not be able to see certain tabs, but as you invest in us, we invest back in you. So we give you more functionalities to help you further succeed.
And what she didn't say is the critical piece here. That's all automated. So as they're progressing, she doesn't have to go in and go, oh, this partner just turned up to the level, so I gotta go check a box. The system's looking at the calculations, and as they're progressing, it's turning the things on and off. So the segmentation is being updated as the partner's progressing through the program.
Yeah, and we can set it just because we have compliance schedules. So yes, you can see how far you are, but we have it, and it's all within in partner. You said when do you want to promote a partner or when do you de-level them. So it's all within a click of a button.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing tech. And again, this is all there and available.
Not the design though. If you want the design, talk to me.
We're happy to up-level your design. But what I want to get to is the truth is right size fits all. And if you can dial in that right size for your partners, as Gayle mentioned, and make sure that you're getting the right things out to the partners based on where they are in the program, where they need to go, they're going to be successful. Your internal teams are going to be optimized, and it's just a perfect partnership. Now, your automation needs might vary based on who your partners are. That could be based on where they are and how valuable they are in your hierarchy. It could be based on their go-to-market motion. So are they selling with you? Are they building with you? Are they servicing? Are they consulting with you? It could be based on the programmatical elements that you might have in the program. If they're getting incentives. And then it could be based on role. As Gayle mentioned, they're gonna take the next step. It's never quite finished. And they're gonna add that role element in so that as a marketing person or a technology person or a salesperson, I might have a little different flavor. So it's really fine-tuned to who I am. And that's the biggest thing, is really to make sure that it's for your partners and that they understand that you care about them. That's how you show it. Some of the easiest areas to improve on, as I'm thinking about it, is where you've seen today, on the homepage. If your homepage isn't optimized, start there. Every single partner lands there, right?
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
That's where you guys wanted to start. That's where you guys wanted to start, and then you kind of pull the rest of it through.
You just want to have that first impact, like first impression would last. So
Yes, and one of the things you mentioned was you had to go fast, right? When you were implementing in partner, what were the key functional elements that were like on the table at first that you really, really focused on?
So because we had different systems in place, we wanted to eliminate different logins details. Our channel account managers were basically chased by partners to get access to different systems. So that wasn't a great experience, as you can imagine. So we fixed this pretty quickly. Then we fixed the login details through various single sign-ons and automation in place, which happened very quickly. And then we did our first homepage, which you saw. I mean, it will always be my first baby, so I still love it. But obviously, you turn things for the better and for the great.
Well, the reason I asked you that was I wonder how many in this room had some sort of deadline when they were rolling out their partner portal, right? It was like, hurry up, you got to get this out. I see hand, and I didn't even ask you to raise your hands, and people are like, it was me. So one of the things I see on the consulting side is people come to us and they're like, we have an SKO, or we have a partner session that's happening, and we need to launch by this date. And everything seems to be so rushed and focused on we need deal registration and this piece of functionality that some of the key elements fall to the wayside. And I think you experienced that with like, oh, we didn't really think about the experience, but we got the functionality out the door. That's great, but that's like not the end point, right? So as you're thinking about revamping or changing things, think about not giving partners harsh dates. Maybe tell them things are coming, but don't set a hard date on it, because then you're boxing yourself in and nobody wants to miss a date. Just give yourself that flexibility. But think about that actual homepage, that first impression, because if you want them coming back, you're gonna need to make sure that that first impression was a really good one so that they know that there's a reason to keep coming. The next myth I wanna get to is that more is better. Now, within Partner, there's so many cool modules of functionality that you get really out of the box. And it can be overwhelming to try to launch with all of it. How many of you were like so excited to launch co-branding, deal registration, and lead distribution, and MDF, and business planning, and partner journeys, right? And you're like, we're gonna do it all. I just wanna say that the complexity kills it. So if you're in thinking about implementation, or you're thinking about making a change, think about dialing it back and doing what you're ready for first. And if your readiness level for something is low, or your maturity level on something is low, maybe put that in a phase 2, because again, what did we just hear? That partner experience when they first come in is what's gonna keep them coming back. So if you can nail that, your partner's gonna be pretty dang happy with you, right? Now, what are your thoughts on that? Did you guys experience any of that in your path here?
So, did everyone attend yesterday's keynote, whereby you'll keep coming back to a restaurant? Food might not be great, but the service is good. So from Confluent side, the food is great, the technology is great, but the experience that comes with it should equally be great or even greater, so that they keep on coming back. That's pretty much how I'll put it for now. We, at least if you're part of partner operations, partner experience, you have to be the server so that the customers give you a 4.5 star. Leave that 0.5, like, just because you need room for growth. Just saying.
Well, yeah, you're the server. I love that. It's all about experience. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. I always say it might be complex for developers in the background, but for partners, it has to be simple, and just kill the complexity. We started with minimal viable product, like absolutely niche, and then we expanded and started adding obviously capabilities and functionality based on our partner type and relationship. So if you log in as a MSP or a carrier, you might not even see deal reg, it's all segmented, as you know. Again, we also segment our content quite heavily. So this is an absolute must, I would say, if you can take some advice from me. Because you come in as a carrier, for example, and you think, wow, the journey is so personalized for me. It's so segmented and it's so sleek and smooth. And what we also do, we also create habits, new habits in partners, so they keep coming back. Like with the help we got from you guys, by improving our homepage, our partners now know where all the buttons are. It kind of reminds them what's available for them as part of the partner program, because there are these screaming buttons saying request MDF, apply for non-for resale license, and all these things that maybe channel account managers forget to mention sometimes. So that's really helps.
I love that you bring that up. I would say that the days of these complex programs are coming to an end. People are streamlining. We do a lot on the program transformation side of things, and we're seeing people minimize, strip down the gold, silver, bronze, make it easy for partners just based on how they want to do business with you. And the simplification is coming in the tooling as well, just putting those calls to action right in front of partners so that they know what to do. It's one click, log in, one pane of glass, one front door that opens all the other doors in the house to the different pieces of functionality. It's clear and concise information, as you mentioned, having the right content for the right partners, not just throwing it all in there and expecting them to go figure it out. It's having an activities-based experience that is a guided journey that's saying, oh, look, if you do this, you get here. Here are the next logical steps that we think you should take. And then it's having this focus on what do I need to do next to grow and progress. So I want to...
Can I just quickly
go
add
for it.
on to that journey? It has to be time bound. So the good thing about partner journeys, you can set it. What are your deliverables to succeed? What are your 30, 60, 90 days? Or if you're a different partner, you have a 15, 30, 60, 90 days. It's good to have a timeline just to help the partners know what else they need to succeed further.
Well, you both have navigated this very well over the last year as you've transformed from where you were to where you are now. What feedback have you received from your partners since these updates?
We just launched our new partner portal last week. Not an official quote, but the best quote we've got is, "You've had us drooling." I think that just speaks more than a fancy long quote. They were speechless because for 5 long years they had the very old partner portal, which is dated. So that was just the most impactful quote I can say, or feedback. Also internally, the PDMs actually approached us, my team, and said, thank you for giving the partners the autonomy, the power, the visibility to see what they should see to begin with, helping us cut down on labor hours, and now we can spend that freed up time to creating more value-added initiatives for our partners.
Drooling. Who wants their partners drooling over their partner portal? I'm seeing hands go up. Come talk to us. What feedback?
We'll provide tissue.
I mean, you're more than a week out. What feedback have you heard from your partners?
Yes, exactly. So the word I'm looking for is transformational. The experience has been transformational. So, wow, very positive feedback, especially from our internal teams. They're great critics of our work as well. So yeah, no, thank you so much for this, because it's visible.
Well, going back to what Tiffany mentioned yesterday, I love that you both mentioned the internal piece. So what Tiffany said was we need employee experience and partner experience. And I didn't hear her speech before, but you guys both nailed it, because you've got partners that are happy with what you've done, and you've got your internal teams that are happy with what you've done. And I don't know how to put the cherry on the top any more than that, but that's pretty dang amazing. What learnings did you get from this, and what are the key takeaways that you want the people in the room to walk out of here with?
I would just say, don't be afraid to invest into professional help and expertise. This is what I would have done differently now. I would have launched it, I would have engaged with you much, much earlier, because, we just don't have enough internal expertise to do exceptional things, and we want to make it right straight away. You don't have a lot of opportunities to impress partners, first impression matters. And yes, that would be my key takeaway from this.
I think mentioned it, passive income. Invest in them now, and then it's easier for them, easier for you, and your business will just keep on rolling. So invest in making a good partner experience, build that very cohesive journey for the partner, and it will just flow. And you'll have more time to build more initiatives, create new technology, create new applications that will just have them keep them coming back for more.
It made me laugh. I was talking to Gayle last night, and she said, having you work with us was my Christmas present from the company. What did you say?
I was asked in front of her and the rest of the Spur team, how do I like working with them? And I'm like, I wish you asked me that in private, but they were our Christmas gift. We needed help. We told our director we need help. I think that's the first thing. You need to know that you need help. You need to know that your partner portal is good, but not good enough. It can be better, it can be greater. And we asked for help. They were our Christmas gifts with a red, big, shiny, like bow. Like, here you go. You have professional help.
You guys are too kind. I just want to leave you guys with some final thoughts, and we'll open it up for questions in just a second too. But, you know, you heard both of them mention that they were assessing things. What is happening right now? But they asked for feedback from both their partners and from their internal teams, and then they took that feedback to heart and they executed on it. It's really important to make sure that you understand what partners need, what your internal teams need, and that you take actions on that. And it's not just coming from what you think that they need. And then leveraging the journeys from an activity-based standpoint and really setting partners on a path to be successful. And then simplifying things. Just make it very easy and straightforward, one-click access, calls to action, very straightforward. That's what people want. It doesn't have to be hard. And with that, we'll just ask you guys if you have any questions. Like, how can we help you get to the next level and go from a good partner experience, which I'm sure you have today, to a freaking awesome one, because that's what we want for our partners.
And just saying, Valentine's Day is coming. You might want a Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
You might want to ask for it. I don't know where that came from, but
that was good. So I have to tell you a little story. The first time I met Gayle was at another channel event, and I sat down next to her. We realized we had some common connections, and she said, partner operations is like a unicorn, except for the unicorn is a donkey with a banana on its head.
But if you look at the shadow, it does look like a unicorn.
It was hysterical, and I'll never forget that, because it is. It's like we're always this thing that has to do all these amazing things, but we're unicorns in disguise. We're just a donkey with a banana, but we're really unicorns. You're a unicorn. Any questions?
Thank you. I'm curious, where do you guys see it in the organization? Are you in sales, in marketing, in web, IT? Where is partner operations in your companies?
In our company, we actually roll up to customer success sales. Yeah, and we have our own PI team. We call ourselves PI, Partner Innovation Ecosystem, which then rolls up to ultimately sales.
Partner Innovation Ecosystem. Is that not the coolest thing? PI.
PI.
Channel operations runs across all these functions, to be honest. You know, we have to work with marketing, IT, but at the end of it is to help and delight partners and our customers.
Who do you report into? What part of the organization?
In my specific case, I report to VP Sales Channel.
For sales.
But yes.
However, in a previous life, I do know that they took out partner experience and put it in the marketing side.
Hi, wow, I talk loud. Okay. Hi, what are some of the workflows that you're utilizing that positively impacted your portal, your partner experience, and your your employee experiences.
She asked, what workflow are you using to impact your employee and customer experience? Was that what I heard?
What workflow?
Yeah, so for instance, in our case, I'm very big on automation, and I'm learning to utilize workflows for more than just sending an email. So I was just wondering what sort of workflows that you all implement that helped you to better assist to help you to better notify your partners and keep your employees informed so that they're able to better assist your partners.
Well, I can probably take this one from a high level. From a workflow standpoint, you can set it to trigger off of different things. So if you had a partner, for example, that's moving through your tiering or has completed something, you could set up a workflow that when something's completed to trigger a notification either to the partner, like, congratulations, you've done it, or internally to say, hey, Cam, this partner's completed this. It's really data dependent. I talked a little bit about that in my AI presentation yesterday. If you have the data in partner, you can do a lot of things with it. So it's all about getting the data into the system so that you can trigger the workflows and notifications to the right people. And you could potentially do that out of CRM as well, depending on where the data sits. One more question, if there is one.
Yes, hello. So I know you mentioned that you had literally just launched your new and improved portal, right? So what is the timeline that it took from the day that you sent the surveys out to your partners to get the feedback to the grand reveal? Like, what sort of timeline was that?
So from our perspective, from our end, we actually sent out the surveys in June of last year, but we have enough data from our partner help desk to know what the pain points are. It took a while, find a budget, because it all boils down to budget, especially it's almost the end of the year, and this is like an impromptu need. But we actually only had a 12-week contract with the Spur team, and they built everything. From the get-go, it was more of like, hey, where you are, we'll give you your ratings. That's actually a cool thing. They'll actually look at every module you have and compare it to the industry and give you a number, like your rating, you're 3 out of 5 or something like that. And then from there, it's just constant communication. What do you want? What do you want the partners to see? How easy do you want to maintain it after? And then within 12 weeks, we were able to deliver that. So, but I would say getting the budget took way much longer than actually changing the partner portal.
Yeah, we engaged with them like in end of November, right? So it's pretty quick to get it done. It's more of like making sure you can get the investment. And I think as channel leaders, we have to do a better job of going in like sales and marketing do to plead our case for budget. Sales and marketing are real good at it. They walk out there and like, yeah, we got this for the year. From the channel standpoint, it's like, oh, well, dang, I need some help, but we never get what we need. So we've got to build a better business case for that. Do you want to answer real quick and then we'll wrap up?
Oh, sorry, can I just add one more thing? So just before we actually met up with them, we had the mock-up slides in PowerPoint. We had that design in PowerPoint, which also made it faster, made it easier.
No, I just want to add that just keep talking to partners, keep asking their feedback. They'll help you to make the best portal in the world because the answers are all there. And then don't be afraid to reach out to the best to get the best. That's
I love you guys. Well, thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll be out there. If you need a health check, the team's upstairs running those today. And we appreciate your time and good luck on your partner experience journey.